witness my first puja. It's when they bless all the gear. They say a blessing to the mountain. And yeah, I'm sure someone here can probably explain it a little bit better.
So we are here at the base camp of Mighty Everest, right? So today we have Lama. They're gonna be praying to the mighty God Everest.
Every climber and Sherpa participates in a puja ceremony before beginning their ascent, in order to make contact with the Everest God Sagarmatha, so they can ask it for permission to climb and pray for a safe journey.
So take a moment, guys. It doesn't matter where we come from. This is a nature. Nature is a God. No one is above nature. You think you are the strongest, you think you are the fastest, but when it comes to the nature, nature is the greatest. No one can fight with the nature. So let's be humble again, reset everything, where we come from, what we have done in the past.
In preparation for the ceremony, a stupa is adorned with long strands of prayer flags, and offerings are made of special foods and drinks. Giving the gods a lot of booze. Hope we have some left over. Then every member of the expedition brings their climbing gear to be blessed for the journey. Is this your first puja?
This is my first puja.
Did you put some of your stuff there?
Yeah, instead of you bring anything, just boots and crampons.
What about my poles?
Mingmati.
Yes.
If I brought my poles up here, would I be able to put them?
Up to you. Whatever.
Okay.
Crampons, boots,
Yeah.
Essex.
I think I'm gonna go grab my poles.
Right, so today you pray yourself as well to be the self-discipline as much as you can, self-motivated as much as you can. I don't need to motivate you to climb Everest. It should come from your chest. So guys, let's put everything down. Let's let our fucking heart and soul out. Let's pray to the mountain God, and we'll start our climb officially after this puja happens. Good, guys?
Good.
All right, guys. Big thank you, and happy puja day to you all. Lama ji shuru karo, wait.
The puja was orchestrated by a local lama, with assistance from our Sherpa crew.
Are we supposed to eat this? Not once. Okay.
And the rice handed out was not meant to be eaten, but thrown in the air. As in the Hindu religion, it's believed to attract positive energy. A sacred ash known as vibhuti was thrown in the air for good luck as well.
We're gonna start off from here. Everybody come through here. We wish you, and then go back. Okay, we make the queue.
The ceremony culminated with Nims daubing all participants' faces with flour, which is done to signify a gray beard and long life.
Great to have you on the base camp, brother. Next time we climb Everest.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Great to have you here. Thank you for everything, my brother.
You're gonna win every back-around game.
Two brothers from Vancouver we hadn't met yet were climbing Everest for a very personal reason.
So we've been working on a project called Project No Limit for over a year now. We wanted to take on this challenge of climbing Mount Everest in an effort to raise awareness and funding for brain cancer research. Our dad last year passed away due to a disease called glioblastoma, which is a pretty harsh form, or the harshest form of brain cancer that you can get. And before he passed, we started a foundation for research against the disease that he succumbed to. So that's what brought me and Will here. Will's my younger brother. We got 2 older brothers as well, but we're here to kind of raise awareness for that.
Before he passed, did he know you guys had some big plans, like heading to the Himalayas and climbing some mountains out here?
He definitely did.
Yeah, he was aware of us planning to go and attempt climbing Everest. He wasn't too big of a fan of the story or the idea, to be honest, but he knew that we were going to be going in good hands and taking it very seriously and doing the training. And Lucas himself, our father, that was his name. He was a relentless character, and he had ambition next to no one else, and so he respected that we wanted to take on this challenge and do it in honor of him, ultimately, to try and raise as much awareness as possible for glioblastoma research.
Once everyone had been blessed by Nims, we all took a shot of rum,
Just one.
as is tradition.
Oh, come on, Luke. It's bad juju.
Thank you. There you go, Luke. Respecting the mountains.
Respect Sagarmatha.
Once it hits your lips.
Come on, Sess.
Come on, Sess.
Come on,
Just one.
Respect the mountain.
Is this a tradition?
This is a
It is.
Tradition. Just one.
Just,
First drink of my life.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it is.
This is historic.
It is historic. I kind of. Yeah, that's the moment's cafe.
Wow. The first sip of booze. It doesn't taste great at first, right?
I mean,
It's an acquired taste. Now that everyone had tasted the ceremonial firewater, it was time to party. Someone had 2 shots of rum. The mood at base camp was very serious most of the time, which is understandable seeing how dangerous an endeavor climbing Everest is. But Puja Day is every Sherpa's only day off during the expedition, and if they were ready to rage, you can bet everyone else was too. Oh shit! He's got the moves! My man! No puja ceremony is complete without cracking a Gurkha. Normally, Nims has a very strict 2-beer limit up at base camp, but he makes an exception on Puja Day. Ah, strong, like a Gurkha. Oh man, we need some Coors Lights up here. Film a sick Coors Light commercial. The mountains are blue and the Gurkhas are red. It was awesome seeing everybody let loose for the first time all trip, and the weather couldn't have been better. It was actually kind of toasty.
It's coming in hot.
Oh! Wind Hoff. What's that guy's name? Wim Hof. Wim Hof. Normally, Nims was extremely busy at camp, making sure all his clients were as prepared as possible for their ascent. But even he took some time off to enjoy Puja Day and was able to sit down with me for a quick chat. Thank you so much for hosting us in your base camp. When you first started your company, what was the size of your camp here?
We started pretty small. Yeah, it's quite a humbling experience from, to see your baby grow to this size, and for me, look, guiding people on Everest, guiding people on all the 1,000-meter peak. I just came from Annapurna. It's a hobby. It's not really, for me personally, it's not a money-making business because I do have other millions of bigger opportunities.
Yeah.
If it's only about the money. But you know, as you can see, I love, being here, trying to move things with my knowledge and expertise and try to help them achieve their goal. People have been literally, crying in my arms after they have submitted and all that. And I think that's what it gives me the energy. Some of the clients that we have has got extreme medical conditions as well.
Yeah, this season you plan on taking a blind lady to the summit, right?
Yeah, we have a blind lady who is going to the summit as well. We also have one client who has got really, really complex medications, She has to do blood transfusions twice a year, and yeah, it's quite complex.
Now, me and Michelangelo, I feel like have been adapting to the altitude pretty well.
Yeah.
If we tried to climb Everest today, how far do you think we'd make it?
I think if you listen to what I say and if you stay disciplined to my commands, I can take you to the summit.
I mean, you're probably one of the only people who could.
I mean it. And look, I have done this before as well. My own nephew, he had never climbed anything at all. He came and climbed Everest and Lhotse. I also had few climbers who had never climbed anything. I took them on the top of Amadablam. Of course, in between, I give them the mission-specific training at the base camp.
Yeah.
Climbing big mountain is not about knowing millions of technique. It's about knowing few techniques that is essential and mastering it. It's about doing basics right all the time.
Now, did you learn a lot in the Gurkhas that has helped you on the mountains?
Look, the big thing is I started climbing when I was 30-year-old. That was my first time. And that's exactly like you guys. I decided to come to Everest Base Camp to see the Everest.
Yeah.
And that was purely because when I was serving with the Special Forces, I used to travel all over the world. And when they see me, people say, "Where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from Nepal." And surprisingly, some of the people wouldn't know where Nepal is.
Yeah.
And I say, "Do you know Mount Everest?" They would say, "Yeah." And they would say, "Have you seen it?" I'm like, "No." And some of them would even say, "Have you climbed it?" I was like, "No." So I was sick of saying no. So I just decided to come in a trek during my Christmas leave from the Special Forces, and then that changed the whole thing. I became a professional climber only from 2019.
Prior to Elite Exped, all of the camps you see behind us, they were all foreign-led, foreign organized, and you're kind of bringing it back to its roots.
Yeah, the big thing is the Nepalese climbers, they are the best in the high altitude. No one can deny that.
Yeah.
The only thing what it had lacked previously was the leadership. But now I think everyone is learning, and you can see the whole Nepalese outfit is coming in. To have this, it's amazing.
Who do you think wins in a fight? 100 Sherpas versus 10 Gurkhas?
I think there's nothing such as that, because they both are equally an amazing brand that represents the country. But if it's a fighting, it's a Gurkhas, they're trained to kill people.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Sherpas are very nice people. They take you to the mountain.
Yes.
They're very humble. But Gurkhas are the,
Yes.
If anyone says that they're not scared of dying, either he's a Gurkha or he's lying. But anyway, it's a completely different thing. Both brands are representing Nepal beautifully and amazingly.
Yeah, I know.
I was the first Gurkha ever in 200 years of history to pass the selection for United Kingdom Special Forces, which is equivalent to your SEAL Team 6 and Delta. I break that barrier as well. But now we got about more than dozen of Gurkhas working in the Special Forces as a Tier 1 military unit. So it's amazing.
Now, when you're up here at base camp or working your way up to the summit, what are 5 of the major no-nos?
The worst thing you can say is be too comfortable. The second one is being overconfident. Right. Third one is sometimes people get lazy and then they don't put the safety on. Being laziness is big no-no. And the other one is don't get ahead of yourself. You always stay humble, respect the mountains, always be aware of the situation. And the last thing what I keep always saying to the people is, when you climb these big mountains, the race is not against anybody else. What your colleagues is doing. Is he going faster? Is he going slower? It's just about you. It's you and against yourself. So find that pace and just enjoy that fucking climb. Be with the mountains, be spiritually. You can actually connect, and be on your own moment. And the adventure, why people ask me why I climb, because I'm alive in the mountains, Because this adventure, these fucking things keeps you like, wow, I could be dead there.
Yeah.
Then you value your life more and you are more like appreciative of things. You can forgive people, you know?
Yes.
Forgiveness is the biggest thing one can have, you know? Then people will like be more lovable towards each other, more respectful towards each other.
Yes.
You know, that's what the adventure brings. We came here, we met. Sorry, brother, I've been running here, so like fucking 1,000 persons, so I've been busy. But you see, like, I'm here in the moment. I'm just like, you know, trying to make everything happen for these guys to achieve their dream.
Yeah.
I've done Everest 7 times already. It's not about me anymore.
One of my last questions is,
Yes, sir.
I work with a lot of people that are overweight, some would say obese.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for them to get motivated, you know?
Guys, look, the big thing in life is not to start fucking boom big, you know. Every day, consistency, persistency.
Yeah.
I keep saying to the people, you know, to be successful, discipline is not enough. If your coach is training you and you train, it's not good enough. You know, if someone is motivating you and you are motivated to do that, it's not good enough. You need to be self-disciplined, self-motivated.
Yeah.
Start small, but keep doing that, repeating every day.
Yes.
And then eventually you get there. You don't see success like bam in one day, 1 month. It takes years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the process.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, like to go into the Gurkhas, you know, it takes 1 year of training.
Mm-hmm.
Then you train over there, and then from the Gurkhas, you know, I was there for 6 years before I went to Special Forces.
Yeah.
6 years of experience, I went into the Special Forces. And I became like, I was there for 10 years doing what I do.
Yeah.
That 10 years of experience, knowledge, everything that what I did here. And now, this is who I am. It took me 39 years to be who I am.
Yeah.
It's the time.
Yeah, like when I arrived in Namcha Bazaar, I was always trying to catch my breath, but we took it slow and steady, and that's why I'm now here.
Yeah.
And I feel fine. I'm not like
Amazing. You guys been doing, you know, good
But
stuff.
if you just try to rush straight to Everest Base Camp, you're gonna be sick.
Exactly.
Slow and steady.
Cool, guys.
Yeah.
Lovely to have you both here, and I hope those people, if are ever thinking of climbing Everest, I'm telling you, it's possible with the right expertise. You know, commit to that, and you'll be literally on top of the world. Much love, guys, and big greetings and hug from the Everest Base Camp.
Yes. Thank you, man. Later that night, the Puja Day celebrations carried on in the Cafe Dome.
Come on, guys! Come on! Everyone!
And despite the altitude, I still had some gas in my tank.
Hey, you got the most, mate!
Yeah. While everyone was around, Nims took the opportunity to personally thank some of the Sherpas for their contributions to camp.
Kulman, come in. So guys, without this guy, we will not be having all this electricity. Whenever you have the electricity, whatever we have, is because of this man. He's been working tirelessly to set up those solar panels, make sure, you know, we all have the electricity, make sure that cafe machines work and everything. So I just want to take knowledge on behalf of my team and all of you guys to say thank you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Bemsri, come here. So guys, Bemsri has been guiding more than 30 years. Okay? He has done Everest 16 times. Wow. He was the member of K2 Winter team. Okay? But what it really makes me fucking really impressive is no one in the world has ever been able to break his record. This man carried 13 oxygen cylinders, total weight of 54 kilograms to South Pole, which is 8,000 meters. This guy has been here 2 months prior to set up whole of this base camp under his leadership. All right, we just talking the map before he departed from Kathmandu. I came here a couple of times, but this guy was the overall leader. Okay, guys, we want to say a big thank you to Pimsri.
Thank you.
I cannot call out everybody else, but every team members who have been here has been playing a huge part to have this luxurious setup up in Everest Base Camp. So big thank you to the elite team. Guys, big thank you.
Thank you.
Staff and everyone, guys. So enjoy it tonight. Do whatever you want as long as I have you for breakfast at 8:30. That's good.
I've celebrated a lot of foreign holidays in my travels, but I don't think any of them can compete with the Puja. What a Puja day, man. What a Puja day. I've lost count. This whole trip I've been being very responsible. One beer here, one beer there. On Puja day, you throw your inhibitions to the wind. Bless your gear, you crack a beer, and you have one hell of a night. Tonight's for Sagarmatha.
Come on, Stephanie! Wow, this is sick!
I struggle with hangovers at sea level. This 15.5 thousand foot hangover tomorrow morning is gonna fucking slap. You gotta do it big when it's Puja day, right? Yes.
Hello, good night for the Puja day, and we will be back after the summit.
Oh yeah, baby. This was a fun Puja day. My first Puja day.
Really?
How many Puja days have you celebrated?
For me, it's been 16th time I have been in Puja day.
16.
16, and this is my 17th time, and I enjoyed a lot with this guy. Every time, like dancing, enjoying, having fun every time. Thank you for joining us.
Dude, it was so much fun. I mean, this is one of their only days off. Gotta let it rip. It's gonna be a tough morning. I'm just drinking water now too, which means all night I'm gonna have to get out of my tent into sub-zero temps and just, you're supposed to either go to the pee tent or piss in your pee bottle. All I have is a Pringles can. I'm gonna fill up that Pringles can in one piss. And that Pringles can is made out of cardboard, so it's gonna be leaking. I'm just gonna leave it out to freeze. But hey, it's Puja day. I ain't stopping till the Sherpas say stop. Thank you. Sadly, every Puja day must come to an end, and it was now time to head down to our tents. Dude, we have such a gnarly walk back. Be careful, man. This is like more dangerous than anything we have done. Like the entire trip is just walking back to our tent. Which was no easy task in the pitch black after crushing a bunch of bevies. Dude, is this the path? What? Okay. Oh my god. But we managed. Yeah, I definitely gotta hit the piss tent. All right, we're going back to our tents. I'll cut the camera. Wait, all right, yeah, we just gotta get down here first. Okay, surprisingly, not too hungover this morning. Thought it was gonna be a lot worse. I did have to wake up in the middle of the night to piss in a Pringles can, but it was the perfect size piss. Filled it up right to the top, and then I didn't have to go anymore. And just left it outside my tent. Hopefully it froze. Yeah, that froze. But man, Puja day was one for the books. Tune in next week to see how we managed to get from base camp back to Kathmandu.